If you're one of the millions of people taking desiccated thyroid extract like NP Thyroid or Armour, then this update is for you. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Dr. Nicole Fujiyama. I'm a naturopathic doctor and acupuncturist, and I specialize in Hashimoto's. Okay, let's jump in. Before I jump into the updates, let me give you a brief recap of what's actually going on. This information is from a website called Graves' Disease and Thyroid Foundation, and they've just done a really good job at timelining everything. So if you want this information, then just head there. So let's look here at August 2025. The FDA threatened future enforcement against manufacturers, importers, and distributors of desiccated thyroid extract products such as Armour and NP Thyroid. The announcement states that following a transition period, these manufacturers, importers, and distributors of unapproved animal-derived thyroid medications may be subject to compliance action if they commercially distribute their unapproved products. And then they sent a separate letter saying, with no specific date mentioned for the end of the transition period, that we believe it will require up to 12 months to safely transition patients to an FDA-approved thyroid hormone replacement product. So basically what they were saying is that if you're taking these products, you had 12 months to get off and onto a synthetic form, and that if you were distributing these or selling these in any way, that you could face consequences. And essentially it sounded like they were just going to pull everything from the market, which had a lot of people upset, panicking, and a lot of people concerned. So this is not something new. As you can see, they've been dealing with this for a while. And you have to remember that these products were around before the FDA was even formed. And they recently were reclassified as biologics, which means that now they have a whole new application and a licensing process, which is lengthy and expensive. These are some updates that occurred in March. And as you can see, the FDA has changed their document. And one of the things they changed was removing language regarding transitioning away from DTE products. So the first one states that the FDA is not taking immediate action against manufacturers who make unapproved animal-derived thyroid medication to give patients time to transition to an FDA-approved medication. They removed that. They also removed encouraging healthcare providers to contact patients taking unapproved animal thyroid medication to transition to an FDA-approved medication. They removed that as well too, which is really good news because some people are taking these products because they cannot take these synthetic forms. They actually have a lot of side effects from that. So this is also something new. The FDA informed manufacturers, importers, and distributors of marketed unapproved animal-derived thyroid medications of its intent to issue a guidance regarding the agency's compliance priorities by August 2026, and this is to ensure safety of patients currently using these products. And you can also see here that the FDA issued a guidance again regarding the agency's compliance, and it explains that the FDA will be, in the meantime, using a risk-based enforcement approach, taking action only where a specific risk to patients has been identified. So this is another new thing that's changed. This was another thing that was removed, and it was basically saying the same thing. They were going to take action against anyone who was involved in these unapproved animal-derived thyroid medications, and then again telling doctors to encourage their patients to switch to an FDA-approved medication. And this was a letter sent by the FDA. So it sounds like these products are not going away anytime soon, and that these manufacturers are working with the FDA in order to get them approved, which is great news. But you never know with things going on, so you just want to keep up to date on these things as they occur. And again, if you found this helpful, make sure to like and follow for more.